पूर्णमद
पूर्णमिदं
पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेव अवशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Shubhodaya. Welcome to all to the Ishavasya Upanishad. It is the 8th class. Ishavasya, Isha Avasya. Avasya name itself says Avasya, Vasya, he pervades everywhere. The Upanishad name itself says one who pervades everywhere. Isha, Ishvara. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hridyeshe arjuna tishtati. Shri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita talks about Ishvara is the one who is there, is omnipotent. Sarva Samartha. Sarva Samartha. Isha means the Sarva Samartha, omnipotent. And he is the omnipotent one. He is there in everyone's heart. People argue he is with form, without form. Since he is omnipotent, he cannot have a form. It is up to him. It's omnipotent. Isha means the omnipotent. He is omnipotent. Isha Vasya Upanishad, Avasya, omnipotent God, is there in everyone's heart. He is there within everyone. Why he is there? Because we ourselves cannot do anything. Without him being within, we cannot do anything. The soul, individual soul, it is called as totally dependent. Like a small baby totally dependent on the mother, the baby cannot do anything. So is the Jiva cannot do. Jiva is like a seed and he is like a gardener. Seed by itself cannot do anything. He has to put the seed in the ground, water the seed like a gardener. Otherwise, seed by itself, we buy it in the shop, it cannot do anything. Like a gardener, he has to look after. When the sapling is coming, he has to protect the sapling and necessary the compost, whatever he has to put. So Jiva cannot do anything. Isha Avasya, we cannot do, even to do wrong things also, Duryodhana to do wrong things, without him being within. Even Duryodhana, negative people also can't do anything. Duryodhana could able to do negative thing because he is there within him also. Like electricity runs the fan, air conditioner, cooking appliance, and lawn mower, electric lawn mower, and Julie has got her electric car to charge the electric car. Electric car, it is electricity. How you utilize depends on the user. I can use it for something or it is not. The user is happy with how he or she is using. The negative people are tapping that energy to get their job done. It is not, the God is not responsible if I am using his energy for wrong purpose. Samoham sarvabhuteshu, I am equal, I give everyone. How you utilize, it depends on the user. Isha Avasya Upanishad. This Upanishad has 18 mantras. 18 mantras, 18 again, it's a divine number, victory number. 18 number runs through the scriptures, Bhagavatam 18,000, Bhagavad Gita and Mahabharata 18 runs through various sections. And the first mantra, the Swayambhu, the mantra, for any mantra you need to know. I talked about who is the Rishi, who is the what Chandas, what meter you are saying, and who is the Devata. And here the Brahma Rishi, Brahma taught this one. He, in his deep meditation, he realized this mantra. When his grandson Manu confronted with challenges, he gave this Upanishad to he realized that one, and the first that mantra Brahma got it from Hayagriva, and same mantra later on when Manu, his grandson, confronted with challenges, Bhagavan himself appeared as his grandson and as a Yajna, gave the Upanishad. So the first Rishi, we can call it as Hayagriva Rishi. Bhagavan's another form is Hayagriva. The second is the Brahma. The third one, third Upanishad, Yajna, Yajniya mantra, Yajno, Yajna Pratirajna. Bhagavan himself has taught this one, and he is the Rishi. And what chandas, this it runs in various meters, Anushtup chandas, Jagati chandas, various chandas. This goes, it runs in various meters. And Rishi, who is the Rishi and Devata, Paramatma Devata. This mantra is taught, thinking that we are responsible, and ultimate. You are learning this one. Why we are learning? May, with our learning, may the Divine Being be pleased with our sincerity. May He bless us with more and more opportunity to learn. When the divine grace, people say, I am going to the temple, place of worship, ask for, please bless me. If God appears in front of me and asks, what do you want? People may say, I need a house, I need a car, but the ultimate, the devotee says, may I may I continue to learn. Lives to come, may I have unalloyed devotion to your feet, and as the knowledge enhances, bliss also increases. People say, I want moksha. What do you mean by moksha? Is it some site, some property you are looking at? Moksha means the happiness for no reason. Immensely happy. That is why many people, when they are meditating, they don't want to come out of that meditation. They are so happy, diving deep. They are reveling within. In the Mahabharata also comes the story, and Bhagavan asked, what do you want? He says, don't give me, Bhagavan asked him, the Rishi, I will give you moksha. He said, no, I don't want anything. Let me, I am enjoying here. I am enjoying, I don't want moksha. That moksha is not somewhere I go and I get something. Why can't I experience? That is the Bhagavan's anugraha means I have an opportunity to learn. I have time, I am making myself time to learn. That indicates I have a blessing of Lord. The first mantra, it is talking about Ishavasi idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagatam tena tektena bunjitaha magrada kasya siddhanam. Isha avasya also this another Rishi is Yajnavalkya. Yajnavalkya is another Rishi. He by contemplating on the Lord in the sun, he realized that one. I talked about that one, Shukla Yajurveda. And Isha Avasya idam sarvam, and he is there everywhere. When he is there everywhere, everything belongs to him. I may say this property belongs to VKY Mandir, where we are sitting, and whom this property belonged to last month. It belonged to somebody else. Maybe after some X number of years, somebody will buy this one. In the meantime, for X number of years, we are so proud. This is mine. and the Lord is smiling. He's saying that it was not yours, it won't be yours for the short duration. You're so hung up on that one. This is mine, this is mine. This is Upanishad is talking about. This is belong to me. Bhagavan says it belongs. Isha was idam sarvam. Everything belongs to me. Isha was idam sarvam. Israel and Gaza and their Ukraine and Russia. The countries are fighting for a piece of land. This is mine, this is mine. And they talk about during the Ramayana time, this Australia was part of India. It was connected to India. So the country starts forming, and the continent countries are moving. And why the Himalayan salt, pink salt, we get that one, where it was the Himalaya, the ocean salt has gone up to there. So ocean has moved up to Himalaya. I am claiming that this is mine. Things, our geography is changing. Everything is changing. He alone knows what belongs. Then, therefore, enjoy your life. Not to take the ownership. The moment you take the ownership, comes with other auxiliary problem of the stress, anxiety. Everything belongs to him. He has asked me to celebrate. Like I go on a holiday, go on a holiday for 1 week. You enjoy that hotel. I am not responsible. For cleaning the hotel also. Julie came earlier before to clean the place. So when I go on a holiday, nothing belongs to me. So still you have to do without any attachment. Tena tektena bunjitaha magrada kasya svidhanam. This is the mantra for the overcoming anxiety problem. I am responsible. He is saying that you are not responsible. Do whatever you have to do. Take off. It is my responsibility. You do your best. If something did not go well or go well, I am the ultimate, that you accept the right. The world is always according to him is perfect. It is his world. He knows how to keep it. And do your best. Do your best and offer it to him. And for example, our Ramayana expert has come, Manish. And for example, Lord Ramachandra himself could have won the battle, by single-handedly, without making an attempt also, that easily, because he is a Bhagavan. But Bhagavan's kripa is so great, he gave opportunity for many devatas. Do how we are doing. And in the battle, the Rama and Ravana battle, on the last day, and Rama and Ravana battle, Bhagavan Ramachandra pretended that he's making an effort, and Lord Rama's ability, Ravana so exhausted, so tired, and started collapsing. His charioteer thought, my boss requires some rest. He took it away. And while Ravana was very upset, why did you take me away? It is, he said, my duty as a driver, I need to give you some rest so that you can bounce back, not out of to humiliate you. While they were discussing, Ramachandra gave another opportunity to Agastya Muni. Agastya Muni came there and gave the Aditya Hridaya. Oh Ramachandra, to win, you need the mantra Aditya Hridaya. By contemplating on this one, you will come out victorious. Ramachandra doesn't need any of those ones. But Agastya, out of devotion, he has realized that one, he wanted to submit. While Ravana and his charioteer were discussing, Agatsya came and tato yuddha parishrantam samare chintaya sthitam. Why Ramachandra gave an opportunity to Agatsya? It is an opportunity for you to submit, so that disciples years to come will contemplate on this mantra for their health and come out victorious. It is not because of Agatsya Muni's mantra Ramachandra won that Aditya Hridaya. Bhagavan so compassionate, he gave an opportunity for Agatsya Muni. You submit. What you? Bhagavan, it's accepted his prayer as why it has got Aditya Hridaya got his prominence, because it was submitted in front of Lord Ramachandra himself. That is why we are also chanting. It is not from somewhere. First, it was submitted to Ramachandra. That prasad we are hearing, not that Ramachandra wanted that mantra to win the battle. And Kurvanne veha karmani jiji vishechatam samaha evam tvai nanyate tosti na karma lipyate nare kurvan iha karmani. You have to do whatever you have to do, not to postpone. Whatever good you want to do it now. It's an opportunity. Bhagavan has given you the life. The health has given, life has given through your heart. Exert yourself fully. It's an opportunity. It is the way our Bhagavan has mentioned. Ramachandra gave an opportunity for all the Kapi Sainya to serve him. That is same way Bhagavan is giving all of us an opportunity with a good health, good mind, good place, good environment, and good teacher. Why don't you utilize this one? Exert. You are doing your best. Exert yourself. Kurvan iha karmani. Do that one. Not to say why I have to do. Why I have to do. Let others do. Not to keep on saying Kurvan iha karmani. You do your best. Iha karmani jiji vishechatam. Not to say I had enough. I want to run away from here. It is saying that jiji vishechatam sama, and do it wanting to live for 100 years, full years. Not to say I had enough, I just want to close my eyes and run away. Not to, that is not the talk of the inspired person, the devotee. Devotee never says I had enough, I just want to close my eyes or run away, and I had enough dealing with my family members, enough dealing with my society, community, I just want to run away. Not that one. And many people, any problem, they commit suicide also. Recently in Haryana, one police IPS person committed suicide. It's a people, the teenagers committing suicide. They say in the metro, they are talking about a train. Every day, so many children are jumping off into the track, because they don't realize just jumping, killing themselves will solve the problem. You are here to face. Grow strong. And grow strong, and it won't. One person was working for metro. He said many things won't come out in the news, because it's very disturbing. Every day, quite a few youths are jumping off the people. The dying is not that one. Aspire to live for 100 years. Yes, I'm so insulted, I can't face the people, I want to jump. Not that one. You are insulted, face, aspire to live for 100 years. Why I'm so getting insulted? Because I'm thinking I'm only the body. Evam tvai, do this one, this way living, your karma won't bind you. In the 18th chapter also we are covering that one. Karma won't bind you. The third one, Asurya Namate Loka, Asurya Namate Loka, Andena Tamasa Vritaha, Tangste Pretya Bigachanti, Eke cha Atmahano Janaha. Asura. Who is Asura? Even humans also called as Asura. Sura means Jnani, seekers of the light. Those who are not interested in the light, those who are not interested in the path of knowledge, they are called as Asur. Surya means light. I am not interested in the light. I am not want to look at the higher possibility. They are called as Asurya Namate Loka. If I am not interested in knowledge, so what I am interested in? Darkness. Andena tamasa avritaha. I am moving in the path of darkness. Tangste pretyabhi gachanti. Pretyabhi, after preta means the soul. Once the soul departs the body, there it goes towards in the path of darkness. It won't find the path of light. These are the people who are embarked on self-destruction. They don't want to get enlivened. Atmahano Janaha, these people are the ones, they are committing suicide. Suicide, they are pushing their own souls in the path of darkness. This next one, fourth mantra we touched upon is Anejade Kammanaso Jeviyo Naina Deva Apnuan Purva Marshata Taddavato Nanya Atyeti Tishtate Tasmin Apo Matarishva Dadati. The Bhagavan Anejat, he doesn't move. He doesn't move, he is everywhere. Anejat Ekam Manaso Javiyo, he is faster than the mind. Whatever I think, I want to go there, I want to go to the moon, but he is already there because he is everywhere. My mind cannot catch up. Faster than the mind, Naina Deva Apnun Purvamashat. Through the senses, I can't attain him. Deva means senses. The senses, many the deities reside in our body. Through the senses, he cannot be comprehended. Tad davato nani anyata atyeti tishtata. I may run very fast. Even last week I talked about China developed missiles, Mach 20 or whatever before. Before it reaches, he is already there. Anyateti tad davato. However fast you go, he is already there. Tasmin apo, and he is supporting, nourishing all of us, like water and the air, prana, how they are protecting, he is nourishing all of us. Tadejati tannejati,
तदेजति तन्निजति
तद्दूरे तद्वन्तिके तदन्तरस्य सर्वस्य तदु सर्वस्यास्य बाह्यता. He moves not. He moves with whatever mobile, he's there within us also. Whenever I move, he is also moving. Tad ejat, tan ejat. But he is not moving. He moves with everyone, he doesn't move. Tad dhure, he is so far. Tad antike, he is within everyone. He is within everyone. For the beginner, we are practicing, it is so hard. But once you have practiced, it's easy. For example, Paschimottasana I mentioned, so difficult, but it is so close. Tad dure tad antike. Tad antarasya sarvasya tadu sarvasyasya bahyata. He is there within. I can't claim it is mine. I captured him. he is out of me also. I cannot say I mastered him. He is my slave. He is beyond everyone. He is within and he is without also. The next one we talked about yastu sarvani bhutani
सर्वाणि भूतानि
आत्मन्येवानुपश्यति
आत्मन्येवानुपश्यति
सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं
सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं
ततो न विजुगुप्सते
ततो न विजुगुप्सते
yastu sarvani bhutani, one who sees this one, he is there in everyone. Atman eva anupashyati, sees him within. That is the Vasudeva. He is there within and without. One who sees that one, sarva bhuteshu chatmanam tato na, that person never hates or get repulsed by anything. Not get repulsed by anything. I hate that person. I hate that person. And you are not the hating anyone, but hating that you don't like that action, but not to hate, because within him also that the Bhagavan is doing the prerana. And that person never get the repulsed by anything. The next one, seventh mantra, we touched upon last week. Yasmin sarvani bhutani
यस्मिन् सर्वाणि भूतानि
atmanyeva bhutvijanatah
आत्मन्येवाभिभूतिजानतः
tatra ko mohaka shoka
तत्र को मोहकशोक
ekatvam anupashyata.
एकत्वम् अनुपश्यत
Eka tattvam, sees that everywhere. Sees, one who sees sarvani bhutani, one who sees this one, presence of God everywhere. For that person, tatra ko moha, where is the moha, delusion? Where is the confusion? Where is the suffering? Where is the sorrow? Where is the sorrow? And all our suffering in our life, because we think we are responsible. If you see that one, it is his world. I am just a player. There is no suffering. I am enjoying. Profit and loss, how long? End of the day, I am going empty-handed. Empty-handed, however, my multi-millionaire, I am going, leaving everything and going. When I am going empty-handed, next year we are going to Mount Kailas, and already agent is saying, mind you, not to bring much luggage. Not to bring too much luggage. And so is, when you are departing, lighten yourself. As we are aging, unburden. This luggage, at least for Himalayan Yatra, we can hire some Sherpas. For otherwise this luggage, we have to carry this luggage, lives to come, so big luggage. Next one, for mantra for today, Sapariyagat
सपर्यागात्
Shukram
शुक्रम्
Akayam
अकायम्
Avarnam
अवर्णम्
Ashnaviram
अश्नाविरम्
Shuddham
शुद्धम्
Apapavidham
अपापविद्धम्
Kavirmanishi
कविर्मनीषि
Paribhu Swayambhu
परिभूः स्वयम्भू
Yata Tattvat
यथा तत्त्वत्
Atan
अथान्
Arthan
अर्थान्
Vedadat
वेदात्
चाश्वतीभ्यः समाभ्यः
शाश्वतीभ्यः समाभ्यः
सपर्यागा शुक्रम अकायम avarnam. It's Pariyagat means paripurna. He is there everywhere, all pervading. Shukram means so resplendent, so bright, light of all lights. He gives the luminosity to all stars also. Akayam means without any gross body. Avarna and he is so immaculate. And we can't say God is this color. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is a Shyama Varna. black, dark, not dark, he is all colors. You can't say this color is the God. Ashnaviram means he is without the flesh and fat like us. It's not his gross body, Ashnaviram. He don't think that he is also having a flesh and fat like us. And he is not Ashnaviram, Ashana. Ashana means we are subject to hunger and thirst. He is not subject to thirst and hunger. And Shuddham, and so pure. He is so pure, Apapa Vidham, the taint cannot come near him. And so immaculate. No, not to even while doing the upasana. For example, when you are reading the Ramayana, appears that Ramachandra is seemed to be in sorrow, not to contemplate that Rama was in deep sorrow. Never think Bhagavan these defects. It is Mahaghataka. God is always perfect. We don't know his Leela. Not to say Bhagavan Ramachandra was crying, and not to Apapa Vidham. Kavir Manishi Paribhu Swayambhu. Kavi means the wise person. He is the Kavi. It's ancient. And Manish means Isha, master of the mind. Man, our mind. Mind is we say, I don't know what I was thinking. I told that way. I don't know what I was doing. Mind is not in our control. The Isha, the mind, whose control it is, that one. The Bhagavan Rudra, Shiva is called as Manoniyamaka. He gives the turns of the mind, opens the mind. And Shiva's mind also, who illi means he is he. Manishi Paribhu Swayambhu. And Paribhu means Paripurna. He is complete in all regard. No, he is not dependent on us to do his work. This is his world. He is not dependent on Dr. Manish to look after some patients. He is not dependent on any one of us. None of us. He is complete. He has allowed us to do for our own sake, like Ramachandra allowed other kapis to execute. And he is complete. Paribhu Swayambhu. Swayambhu means it's no, it's self-existing. He has no father, mother, when he was born, and there is no date of birth. He is Swayambhu, who he reveals himself. Whenever he wishes, he reveals, he disappears. Swayambhu yatat and yatat Tatvata is Tatvata. He is Tattva. He is by himself. Tattva. He is not the self-existent. He is self-existent, not dependent on others too. Yatha Tattvata also means he is independent. He is not dependent on anyone. And Arthan Vedadat means he distributes the role to all of us. Julie, you look after that job. Manish, you look after. Arvind, you look after. Somehow we take ownership. This is my job. Who gave that job? Nobody told us. We took upon that role. He gave the thinking. Yes, this is my job. Arthan Vedadat Shashvatebhya Samabhyaha, and allocated him, and the Shashvatebhya, he is Shashvata. We are all here temporary, we are here and we go, but he is Shashvat. He is the changeless. World will continue its continue to exist. He is complete. He is not affected by turmoils in Gaza or Ukraine. He is complete. Everything is happening according to his wish. And Shashvatebhya Samabhyaha, he is equally, he is not affected, and he is Sama. He is not partial to anyone. He is not partial to anyone. According to he dispenses things according to what is our wish. He has told, this is not your, but if you want to go on the wrong side, he allows you. He won't stop you by holding your hand. The Samabhyaha. This is the shloka, the eighth one. Repeat this mantra again. Sapariyaga Shukram
Sapariyaga Shukram
Akayam Avarnam
Akayam Avarnam
Ashnaviram Shuddham
Ashnaviram Shuddham
Apapavidham
Apapavidham
Kavirmanishi
Kavirmanishi
Paribhu Swayambhu
Paribhu Swayambhu
Yata Tattvata
Yata Tattvata
Arthan Vidadat
Arthan Vidadat
Shashvatebhya Samabhyaha
Shashvatebhya Samabhyaha
Om Purnamada
Om Purnamada
Purnamidam
Purnamidam
Purnat
Purnat
Purnamudachyate
Purnamudachyate
Purnasya
Purnasya
Purnamadaya
Purnamadaya
Purnameva
Purnameva
Avashishyate
Avashishyate
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Now, you are learning any question from here, those who are attending? Any question?
Guruji, you said that God even allows, the negative people to do the negative things. But why does he let that happen? Why?
He is not affected. They want to be negative.
Yeah, but shouldn't he
From the
intervene
no,
and
no,
say
from,
don't do
no, no, from the positive point of us, it is negative. Is from the negative people, ask them, they say we are happy. They will have their own friend circle. They are happy. So, if a negative person, you give something positive, it is like a poison. He has to be impartial, sama. Negative person, he wants to make them positive. Positive. For an alcoholic person, if you give orange juice, it is a torture.
Yeah.
Where I come? This mandir, there is no alcohol. Where I have come? And for them you are wrong. And for a meat eater, you are a vegetarian. Oh, what a torture. So, for them, their sense of pleasure is somewhere. So, we can say why they are he is allowing. Because they want that one, he is allowing.
But shouldn't he intervene? God intervene?
No, if he is intervene like a policeman, like a parent stopping children, it's a torture. My God has become a dictator. He is not allowing me anything. He allows, he is so generous. Whatever you want to do, you do. But the consequence you have to bear.
Face.
Asurya, darkness, you are going down.
Doha which comes to my mind. प्रभु व्यापक सर्वत्र समान प्रेम के प्रकट हुए यही में जाने. So he is सर्वत्र, he is व्यापक, he is everywhere, but he only comes or pragats himself with the help of love. The true love if he had, then only he comes. That Shiva says in Ramcharitmanas.
Yeah, that's right. He is.
व्यापक सर्वत्र समान प्रेम के प्रकट हुए यही में जाने.
Yeah.
Only with true love he comes out.
Thank you. Thank you. Any more questions? Any here? Other?
With the Samsharu, like for a Samsha Jiva, we were talking about if I wish to go to moon, he is already there, okay. But for a Samsha Jiva, he is also there. Like if I am here, in the sense, Samsha can be Niramsharu, yes, they are also Aparoksha Jnanis. Samsharu also Aparoksha Jnanis. But that Aparoksha Jnani is there as well. So how it is going to differentiate? Because God is everywhere. He can be called Samsha Jiva. A Samsha Jiva, other hand also, they are here, they are in X, they are in Y place. They can see what is happening there, here, and how to differentiate that Samsha Jivaru and God. Like, yes, God is there.
The Samsha Jiva, that they can operate only with the permission of the Lord. Lord is independent. Samsha Jiva also, they won't do something without the permission of God. They are not independent. They can't do anything. Only their whatever the divine will is there, they can. If the Samsha Jiva, for example, realized people, they can't come and intervene here. They abide by the universal law. They can't come and do the our bank loan is whatever X dollar. They can't come and correct the bank and make it zero. Though they can, they don't want to touch anything. They go by the rule. Okay, and they are here, they are everywhere only for directing us towards Him. Towards Him, they are not here for doing our silly job. Okay.
But He can do Ahetuki Kripa. But He can intervene if He
Yeah,
wishes.
he can
intervene if He wishes.
Or He can send somebody, you do that one. But they can't do themselves. They can't. Online anyone?
So on that point of
Where are you? You're in the lounge or?
yeah, I'm in the airport.
Okay, good.
So the last question that was asked, whether Isha is a Jiva, but we can't basically classify or define Isha into any of these buckets, right? So it's even beyond all. Isn't that right? Like, because you were saying it's all pervading, it's everywhere. So it's beyond all these definitions that we give.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, He's there, and He's omnipotent means He can have the flesh, appear to be having a flesh, but He doesn't have.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So we can't just box Isha into anything.
Anything. Yeah. He's beyond the sense perception.
Yeah. The other question I had in continuation with what Julie G asked is, there are negative people and there are positive people, but we always, isn't that how God manifests negative and positivity in this world? Because like you said, it's perception. What is positive, what is negative?
No, He knows, He wants to the balance. When too much of positive is there, people become arrogant. He introduces the negative, and too much of negative, good people cannot survive, then brings that one. That is yoga. His job is to maintain the balance. The too much of positivity, yeah. Okay.
So there will always be positive and negative.
Negative.
You just have to accept that there will always be.
And without Kauravas, Pandavas would not have got their renown. Because Kauravas were there, Pandavas got their glory. If okay? Yeah.
And same thing in the story of Ravana and Ram also. This was something you had told us last year, how Ravana and this Kumbhakarna are actually Jai and Vijay, who were actually Varpals of Vishnu. So yeah, so there is always, when we look at something as negative, but there is always something behind it as to why there is negativity in this.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Dhanyavad. If you have no more questions, and
Sir, namaste, sir. What is the example of too much of positivity? What's an example for that?
the too much of positivity, that also becomes into lethargy. Lethargy, for example, I want to sit for meditation for long, and somebody was saying that they want to just come and sit in the meditation hall, not to do anything. You're not just here for just come and sit. Things have to, you have a role to play. The name ashram means shram. You have to work. Not people say, I just want to go to the ashram and do nothing. Ashram, ask people who have gone to ashram, they think my home was better. Here, I have to work like a donkey from morning till evening. Yes, you have time and too much of positivity. I just want to, and Nagendra was saying, I just want to come and do meditation, and if my wife gives the permission, and yeah.
Sir, it's a positive thought, but negative action or mindset, isn't it?
Thank you.
Sir, so in that example, it's a positive thought that someone wants to meditate, but the action in itself is or let's say outcome in itself is a negative one, isn't it? So they want to meditate, but without doing any action is a tamasic one.
Yeah, avoiding the responsibility also. Avoiding the responsibility, that is not the purpose. You have to, you are here to discharge your obligation. Karma yoga also is an integral part, and not just sitting. You have to discharge your obligation. If you are just sitting, you are becoming a burden for others.
Okay, I got it.
Thank you, sir. Dhanyavad.